Howdy folks, I'm in Garland, Texas today at the home of Garrett Metal Detectors. This is where they make all those fine Garrett machines. Hopefully I'll get to take a tour of their place today. In the meanwhile, this is Garrett Detectors right here. This is their facility, and you can see right up at the top, you got your metal detector man out there detecting. And you know you're at Garrett's when you see the friendly sign that says Garrett Metal Detector. Right there it is. So here we are in Garland, Texas on day 2 of our trip in Texas. Okay folks, once you come through the doors of Garrett Detectors, right in the lobby, you get to see a whole lot of their display. They have a museum here, in fact, and you can see a whole lot of their stuff right out there in display cases. And not only that, they've got a real nice picture of Mr. and Mrs. Garrett for you to see when you come in. Right around the corner, that's Mr. and Mrs. Garrett. And they're the folks that have founded Garrett Detectors. And Charles Garrett, as you may know or may not, publishes a great many books to help people in their hobby of treasure hunting. Down here, another little display. And a real interesting addition is Mr. Garrett is a collector of old antique automobiles. There are some beauties in here. If you've never been to Garland, Texas, or if you're going to come to Garland, Texas at some point, I'd encourage you to come by and take a look at the Garrett Detector Shop, their actual main facility right here in Texas. Once you clear the lobby here at Garrett Detectors, you find a nice book display right here with all kinds of books, a lot of them written by Mr. Garrett himself. If you want to learn about treasure hunting, this is a real good place to start, and I'll tell you what, got this book in my own collection. This is a handy book to have, buried treasures you can find, and in that book it lists all kinds of places in every state in the Union where you can go find treasure. You'll notice that just about every book on the shelf has Mr. Garrett's name on it. This man is a prolific writer, and he knows about treasure hunting because he's been doing it his whole life himself. Here we are in the museum, and you'll see a lot of artifacts, and of course the full range of Garrett metal detectors right there on the wall. And I imagine a lot of these items here are items that Mr. Garrett has found himself on his various expeditions around the world, and of course treasure hunting all over America as well. So here we are, and as I said, you've got a wonderful display here. If you've never been to Garland, Texas, or if you're going to go to Garland, Texas at some point, you might consider dropping by and visiting the factory here in Texas, in Garland. It's a great place. Come on down. Folks, I've had my tour of the Garrett facility here in Garland, Texas, and not only that, those folks, I got a hat, Garrett's hat there, and I got a whole bag full of goodies, including some DVDs from Mr. Garrett himself on treasure hunting in the Southwest and all over the country. So I'm gonna take those along with me back to Colorado and enjoy those a whole bunch. Meanwhile, there's a whole lot of Texas that I haven't seen yet. We're gonna get after it. Right now the skies are hazy and cloudy, and we've been having rain. Hopefully I'll be able to find some sunshine somewhere in the state of Texas. So here we are in sunny Texas, where for 2 out of 3 days we've been here, what we're getting is rain. This is the road we travel up and down to get where we're fixing to go. As you can see in that puddle there, it's raining again today. That does slow up hunting just a little bit more than I'd like. It don't stop me, but you know, I would like to see a little bit of sunshine. And yesterday we did actually have the sun come out, and I celebrated both minutes of it. Howdy folks, here we are in Galveston, Texas. Behind me is the Gulf of Mexico. This is my first time ever to visit the Gulf of Mexico. Where I'm at right now here in Galveston is a place called Stewart Beach. And right there behind you, that's Stewart Beach right there. You can see they've got quite a facility over there. And I'll tell you, you would think, being that I'm all the way down here in Galveston, Texas, it'd be a lot warmer than it is. Guess what? It ain't. Anyway, welcome to the Gulf of Mexico. And as you can see, I got here nice and early, and I got plenty of beach pretty much to myself this morning, probably because it's really, really cold. We don't get a whole lot of beach in Colorado, being a landlocked state and all. And I'll tell you what, this is real pretty out here. And that looks like a whole lot of water to this country boy. So finally, here comes the sun rising up over the Gulf of Mexico. Way off there in the horizon, looking like it's coming straight up out of the sea. And personally, I can't wait, because I can use for it to be a whole lot warmer than it is. So here we are on the Gulf of Mexico, and I'm getting ready to kind of head on out for home, because I done went out there and played around on that beach for an hour or two, and all I found was a few pennies, and this seagull that's coming at me right now. Oh, look at that guy. How about that? All right, well, I'm going to head on back toward north part of Texas, back toward Dallas area, and we'll see if I can find anything along the way, because I didn't find much here. Now, here's something you don't see every day. A one-legged seagull. And I don't know if he's doing that with an attempt to get sympathy out of me, but he don't appear to have a second leg. You notice him hopping around on only one? That is kind of strange. Ain't never seen. Hard to believe he gets on like that. Maybe he got one broke off or something, but it ain't there. I don't know what kind of trees them are right there, but we don't get a whole lot of trees that look like that in Colorado, so I'm a little bewildered as to what on earth they are. I guess there's some kind of pine, not pine tree, what am I saying? Some kind of palm tree, but like I say, we don't get a whole lot of them in Colorado. I've seen similar in Arizona, but that's kind of weird. Evidently, if you want to cross the bay, you can go on one of them ferry boats, and they'll take you across to the other side. I understand from there, you can go ahead on over all the way to Louisiana. How about that? They don't have many of them in Colorado. Okay, so here's another section of beach. And right in front of the car, that right there is the Gulf of Mexico. And just for Louise, I'm going to drive her car into the Gulf of Mexico. Her car has now been baptized in the Gulf of Mexico. How about that, honey? Your car has been out to sea. Howdy folks, for those of you who have never been to beautiful downtown Quinlan in Texas, this is it. This is the beautiful downtown district of Quinlan, Texas. We're passing through it right now. This is the urban center of the metropolis of Quinlan. I hope you enjoyed that. We're now leaving the urban metropolis of Quinlan. That was the downtown district that we just saw. Hope you enjoyed this video.